Hello, everybody. Welcome to another lesson on the Language Zone server. So, today we are going to talk about reflective writing. Now, reflection is a purposeful activity in which you analyze experiences or your own practice skills, responses in order to improve and to learn and improve on yourself. So, reflective writing is the analytical practice in which the writer describes a real or imaginary scene, event, interaction, passing thought, or even just a memory, and adds a personal reflection on its meaning. Um, Reflective writing, more or less, is kind of like taking time to have it's like writing down your introspection. Mm, and it helps you develop new insights which are instrumental to you know growing and developing new outlooks and recollecting instances from your past and writing them down is a very helpful way and a fruitful way of examining your response to an event. So, reflective writing could involve reflecting on your own personal or professional or academic practice. Now, you could scrutinize an experience and the way you dealt with it, evaluate a project or experiment, and consider how to do it better next time. And you could also reflect on themes that you've read and link theory with practice or reality. Now, you have to first of all in detail explain and highlight the significant factors that contribute to that contributed to the issue or the incident, and you have to explain why and show why they're important to an understanding of the incident or the issue. That you refer your relevant theory and whatnot to support your reasoning. Now, reflective essays classically follow the regular essay format of introduction, body, and conclusion. You can find out more about essay writing if you watch our video on essay writing. So, there are other formats for writing a reflective essay. You could, it includes like journaling or like a if it's something like for an assignment per se, there could be a reflective model that has been given, right? Now, so a journal is a collection of entries made on a regular basis. So, a format of reflective essay could be journaling, and that's more or less personal. Now, reflective writing could also be done for schoolwork or like is it professional, academic, or personal. Now, I'm quickly just going to go over, some tips to guide you with reflective writing. You have to develop your own style because reflective writing isn't essentially rigid. It it's fluid and it changes from person to person, depends on how you want to express yourself. The way I would write would be different from the way you would write. And reflective essays could be used to open up new doors, new perspectives, and even bring out new ideas. Now, like I said, they're different from standard essays, and you have to always think of the key elements before you write it. So, first of all, the first tip: reflective essay reflective writing is more personal than other types of academic writing. So you mostly use the first person I, my, etc., and explain how you felt. You look back at you have to look back. Secondly, you have to think about the experience in detail. Look back at the past experience and just give a broad picture of what happened. You have to explain what went well, what was difficult, what was challenging, and what you learned in the process. You analyze, you explore, and explain why and what happened and why it happened. Now, in the context that you're using this kind of essay in the academic world, you would tend to use academic language, right? But again, that boils down to whether it's for academic work or it's personal or it's professional. Now, so you have to use suitable language. Using a structure, you have, like I said, there's a short introduction to the situation. You evaluate the most important themes about the experience, including solutions to the problems, what you could have done differently, um, even your tiny little errors that you realize now in hindsight. Then you say what you would do differently next time and what you learned overall. Even if it wasn't something you learned when it happened, you take the time to think about it and then you write it down. And so that's basically like a vague structure of writing it. Now, you have to consider strengths, weaknesses, anxieties, and errors. And, well, if you use personal language, because, well, you're talking about your feelings, your emotions, your observations, and not another person's, right? So the you keep focus on the learning process and what you will do better in future. So this is a way of constructively criticizing yourself, an event, and others. And when you think reflectively, you get the chance to critically evaluate what you would do if such a situation would arise again in the future, right? So basically that's about it. I would urge you to give it a try, and if you have any questions, feel free to always let me know. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.